Welcome to the last iteration of building a superior battleship here at GMODISM. So let's get into it straight away. GMODISM. And here we have the beautiful little design. This is the Gimle Q50 as we saw last time. And I have spent several more hours adding details. So we're gonna spawn in the next iteration. But before that, I'm going to tell you this thing. You can see it looks pretty interesting, this game now. It looks kind of modern-ish or something like that. I'm just gonna show you basically what settings I use to do this. So when I want to go into cinematic mode, I go for nice full quality. So I just click maximum quality. And by the way, excuse my camera, it just stopped working, so it's a little bit scuffed right now. I think I need to replace it. But in any case, so basically here you can see I drag down ambient light just a little nudge. You know what? I'm gonna do like this. So just a little bit. And then reflection intensity factor is drawn up so that we get more shiny reflections. And then down here at bloom threshold, it's actually dragged down so that we get more bloom reactions. Then we have bloom intensity factor, and that can be drawn up or drawn down, depends on your taste. So, and of course full clarity. And this combination makes this little dreamy feeling in from the depth. So if you want to take nice screenshots, those are my tips. So let's go and just explain one little thing that I had questions about last time. So for this smoke emitter right here, you can see this little green sphere. Any laser or missile laser that passes through this green sphere whenever it is active and emitting smoke will get a reduced accuracy / AP value. The lasers for missiles, of course, get the reduced accuracy, and the damage doing lasers, of course, get reduced AP. So it is not, as I said, that I was fearing that it only protected the blocks within this sphere. It is not so. If it just goes through this green sphere, it will get reduced AP. And the AP will be reduced if we're moving quickly, but the smoke per se won't move. So if we move really quickly, it just gets weaker, but the smoke itself don't move like behind it. So it's not realistic in that way. But yeah, so that's how it worked. If you were confused about that, I had some very nice people in the comments or in Discord, don't remember which. I think I shouldn't, yeah. So basically, thanks for that. I did additional tests. I almost made a little testing session, but I didn't. But basically, I found the same results. It is true. It does indeed work. As long as the laser just passes through, AP is reduced. So we can survive with only having this spawn smoke here, since enemies will spawn in front of the enemy. Wait, enemy spawning in front of the enemy? I mean enemy spawning in front of the glorious army of GMODISM, of course. Well, let us spawn in the final iteration of this ship in 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! Gimle Q51 is right here and spawned. So here it is, the final iteration of the Gimle, and it has some new beautiful details. Now you can't see much from here, but I've spent hours fixing up some scuffed corners and adding some nice decorations, so we should take a little look at them. Now, before we do any of that, I will just give a huge thank to all of you who has followed this series through and enjoyed the process. Thanks a lot for staying tuned, and I hope you have enjoyed it so far. We'll do many more building sessions in the future, so I hope you will stay tuned. And other than that, I will thank an extra time to setup. So elord/setup made some assets for the you know the Slabman challenge. Well, they made a really beautiful stridsjacht slabman, and it has some AOG assets on there. And I asked them and I could copy them, so I've used some of those assets, like the sunbed there, and a nice pack of cannons here, beautiful tables and chairs here, and of course most notably the beautiful diff gun manual loading style thing right here. Thanks a lot, setup, that's some great assets. Oh, and stuff like the cupboard desk, what is it called? Drawer with rings on it right here, as well as a shelf, a similar style shelf that we also used. Other than that, however, the decorations and design is all mine, but those details are of course here and there in furniture and stuff, but they just make a huge difference to the quality of the polish, to have some of those extra nice looking furniture. So I appreciate it a lot. Oh, a pool table too. Setup made a pool table that I used for this thing too. It's amazing. Well, in any case, let's dive into what's new here. And we should actually start in first person view. By the way, because I added a lot of decorations, we're now 2.199 and I didn't want to get that close to the limit, but well, the last bit was all decorations, so whatever, that's how it is. We're below the level we set, so it's okay at least. Anyways, we'll begin here in the cockpit. No, this is the flybridge. So I added some gemstones in the roof here to look nice and cool. Then we also have a text TV. I made a text TV and added some drink and stuff like there. And here we had a drunken matros. The one that leaves the most amount of likes on this video using different accounts is the official sleeping matros in this area. Anyways, here we have some helping hands, and we can of course go down here. So here we go, be quick, this is the only VC. So yeah, there is a toilet here, beautiful. This is the only toilet, beautiful. And if we go along here, I added a poster with the ranks in the army of GMODISM, which I should indeed thank. So down here we have a huge thanks to Admiral Super Dave, and then we have, let's see here, Captain Y right here. And then we have Commander Jacob. And we have Lieutenants Asteria, C2, Cravey, Parvagrid, Tyler Ross, and Vincent Veritas. And Asteria, did I say Asteria? Anyways, huge thanks to all the lieutenants and of course the other cadets that are supporting the channel. About Captain Y, here he is, sleeping on his shift. That's why you have the opportunity to command the Gimle in case you download it from the Steam Workshop and spawn it. And a beautiful table from setup, I just love it. So in any case, let's be moving on here. We can go down here. It's not an all interior build like that. I just added some interiors because I thought it was a little bit cool. Anyways, let's check here. Here we have, who ordered this? Can we even use them? Everyone is at the party, question mark, expression mark. So yeah, we have some 64 pounders and nobody knows why we have them there. Here we have an extra engine. Use the other exit because of this. Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. And of course, we can walk here at the promenade deck, I guess this is. We have some diff guns here and we got some beautiful... You can sit in all these sun chairs, by the way, so I think it's pretty cool. And then you get back here, we have a sieves cannon and of course a way down to the party area. 2 bridge and water closet. You may not do your needs by the taff rails for obvious reasons. Yeah, that's because the flybridge and the rail down here isn't like, in case, you know, it's obvious. I don't need to explain why. So, air dinghy docking area. Tie properly when dis or embarking. So here we can see we can dock some air dinghies. I need to make an air dinghy, by the way, but the thought is that an air dinghy is a very tiny airship you can use to get to places. And that's kind of a thing I want in my imaginary universe with stuff I'm gonna build. So basically, the army of GMODISM needs an official little transport dinghy. However, the Gimle won't have any default drones, so this is only for delivering guests here. Here you can see, welcome to the greatest party ever. Here you are invited to feast in Golden Hall. Very nice. Well, you watched Gimle defeat all the cataclysmic foes of the army of GMODISM. Cheer on. Yes, drinks are free. So in any case, this is called the Gimle because in Norse mythology, that is the hall, the golden hall covered with gemstones in the roof right here. That is the only place that survives the Ragnarok cataclysm while all the humans and gods die. And in the golden hall of Gimle, all the worthy souls await to populate the new fresh air with the new fresh earth with new gods and no of the old humans left, except the ones that stay in Gimle. And because one of the reasons why I made this ship was to conquer the Brensos Ragnarok 2.0, then I thought I need a fitting name, because Ragnarok usually destroys everything, so you know, I needed to find something that actually works. And that's Gimle. That's the only thing I could find. So here we have a beautiful little cash register in case you need to get some tickets here. Now, the chef has already cooked all the food, so he's just sleeping there. And we got some personnel standing around there. Do you see this beautiful food? Doesn't it look very nice? It's a very nice feasting hall and absolutely not dangerous at all. You can stay here and nothing bad will happen because the Gimle is so superior. It won't die. Hubris, anyone? I'm hoping I don't need to eat that up. I probably will. I most certainly will. Look, the setup bookshelf thing with rings. And here we have... So the second person that leaves enough likes is the other sleeping matrus here. No, that's already people in the army of GMODISM. But anyways, we can watch out here. It looks pretty cool. So there we have this area. Now we can go down. And do you see the army of GMODISM chandelier? I think it's very impressive. But that's because I made it. But anyways, let's move down here. And we can go down to this area, where we have some additional auxiliary detection, EMP insulated of course, and the pool table that Setup also made. I think Setup is the matrus here that actually do the games here, I believe. In any case, bet some money, the surplus goes directly to the army of GMODISM war efforts. Yay! So you're executing the main party area, don't get in the way of personnel. So yeah. When you go below here, it's not party area per se. Of course, you can go here. There are some drinks down here too, and really, even more of them. Why? Because never enough Daka. I imagine Desert Dragon said that. I don't know if he's okay with me using his name and stuff like that in here, but I think so. He's our community manager at our Discord server, one of them. So that's really nice. In any case, I wanted to include him here a little bit. He watches from the depth sometimes, but I'm not sure he watches this, so he might be not knowing. In any case, let's go down here. Here we can go to this little deck where we have the guns sitting around here. And remember, don't get in the way. And then you can move out here and you go to another promenade deck. So here is the look you are used to be seeing. We got the decals in the army of GMODISM, of course, and we also got some smokestacks going on here if some matruses want to control the engines. It's right there. We also have some beautiful army of GMODISM flags going on there, and here we can access the interiors of the ship going down here and be moving out to this part of the deck where we see the guns and stuff like that. We can of course go down here and we can go down to the bottom here. There's nothing there really, but I wanted to make it walkable fully. It's not super conveniently walkable, but I wanted to make it walkable at least. So here we can go to the to the bow deck going on here. I think it looks pretty cool. We got a diff gun, we got LAM systems, we got more flak sieves diffs and stuff like that. This is really low. The waves don't go over the deck when we are experience the game with not the fancy waves, but the fancy waves sometimes go over. So that's I guess that's not great. But in any case, moving on, we should. Oh, by the way, you can walk down there if you want to, but that's just boring. But I wanted all areas to be accessible, basically. Gimle Battleship, commissioned by Lord Admiral GMODISM, that's my official title, for the Army of GMODISM. Constructed in GMODISM Industries Shipyards 1. Gimle is the golden and gemstone roofed hall where all the worthy people reside during the Ragnarok cataclysm in Norse mythology. Yes, it's a real thing. So left bow decks, right bridge, promenade deck, and the golden hall. So yeah, we backtrack ourselves back into the bowels of the ship. We have the interiors here. As you know from last episode, we added some more interior armor and stuff like that to make it a little bit more survivable. Okay, no comment, just why? So we have more 64 pounders here in case we lose the other armament. So we're just gonna drag out those and hopefully we'll win the battles with the 64 pounders. Do not underestimate the power of 64 pounders. In any case, this is the, what is this? Starboard dock. Yeah, here we have the starboard dock. It's tiny and probably never gonna be used, but it exists, can be good in case we have damage on the port dock, I mean. So here you get in. So this is of course the port dock. It's a little bit more fancy like this, looking pretty nice and everything. And you can just walk in here. Welcome to the Gimle Battleship. This is the port dock. If you enter here, it probably means you were not eligible for an air dinghy to the main hall, or came via a large vessel, but that's okay too. Or perhaps your shift starts now, Matros. Welcome to your service. Enjoy the machinery and the guts of the Gimle, and don't touch sensitive equipment. Thank you. Here we have one that really want to touch sensitive equipment, but no, he's overseeing you. 2 bow deck, promenade deck, flybridge, and starboard dock. So here we have the stern deck and aft sun deck. Enjoy your stay and don't forget the sunscreen. Really important. You need to use sunscreen, otherwise you'll be sad in 30 years. So here we can walk up there, we can get to the turret there if we want to, not sure why we would. But here we have the sun deck, and now I can't walk here because there is actually a barrel here, so we need to jump over it. Come on. No, we're stuck inside. The power of instant teleportation to shares. Yeah, well, here we have it. Here we have another sleeping Matros not doing their job, but whatever. I'm sure he'll be fine. By the way, did you know that we have some auxiliary extra ammo storage down here? So if there is a battle, it may be so that it's safer in the Golden Hall than in the sun deck here. But you don't need to tell people that. Wait, I just told you, that's bad. In any case, here we have it. And the Gimle also is covered in beautiful Latin quotes, like acta non verba, which is the motto for this ship, as well as vendi, vidi, victi. Do you know what that means? Then it means you're educated. Congratulations, leave an extra like if you're educated. If not, get educated and leave a like later. In any case, here we have it. I guess that's all the parts and the decorations of the ship. So the Gimle is hereby complete. And I will say this, go to Steam Workshop and download this beast because it wants your downloads. Yeah. And if you're wondering what the beautiful sound is in the background, well, we are accompanied, I can't pronounce that right now, but basically real seagulls are singing for us. Isn't that very beautiful? So in any case, if you enjoy this build, well, I really hope you do. Then you should definitely stay tuned, where we have more projects coming on. But right now, we are going to start and having the battles with this beautiful little ship. So we have open submission. Rules are in the description of this video as well as in Discord. So it's open submission. We have some special rules. Before I do any of the things that are submitted or will be submitted, I will battle this thing against some other famous builds, like for example the Turtle Lord by Setup, or the Ragnarök 2.0 by Brenzo, or Borderwise's Titan Slang, and stuff like that. And of course, the good old Draconia, to see if it's actually stronger than the Draconia. If it isn't, I will be very sad, but I'm most certain it probably will be much more stronger than it. Did I try it already? I can't remember, but I can't imagine this losing, because it's... I think it's powerful. In any case, you should definitely watch another video from the channel, and tomorrow we'll have a episode of the trials coming out. So the bomber challenge will be coming out right then, so you need to get tuned for that. We have 24 submissions with bombers in AOG colors and designs, and we're gonna pitch them against some different foes and see which is the best. Okay, manually holding the light here. I think my camera is starting to give up. Anyways, huge thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. This is your host, Lord High Admiral of the Army of GMODISM, signing out.